This week on Delve in the Void, we are talking about all the things that matter to you. We've got Heroes of the Storm coming up, part 2 of the 5 Crest interview, Mario Kart 8, sort of. And are the things we're anticipating and excited for E3, which is coming up real soon. So we welcome you to enjoy this episode of Delve in the Void. Welcome to Delve in the Void. I am Sean Washington. Today I am sitting down with
Jeremy Holder.
This dude over here. We are setting up a massive show for you today. We are starting out straight with the boom, man. Let's talk some MOBA. The only problem we're going to have with this is no one that is not a, what's the word I'm thinking of? Nerd. Yeah, exactly. Knows when I said MOBA, half the people start reaching for their remote. Can you stop them?
Don't reach for the remote yet.
Help them understand what is this MOBA thing and why should they care?
MOBA. For one thing, it abbreviates to multiplayer online battle arena. Basically, MOBA boils down to a consecutive gameplay, and it's just really, really awesome because it's highly competitive. You know, when you have a MOBA game, it mainly breaks down to certain rules that usually applies to it, such as you have the 3 lanes. And I'm going to throw some jargon out here, and I'm going to explain it. You have the lanes. You have top lane, middle lane, and bottom lane, and then usually you have a jungle in there somewhere. Well, I'm going to go ahead and reference one of the more really super popular MOBAs right quick. League of Legends. Yep, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. League of Legends. So, League of Legends really kind of made it real easy, but yet highly competitive to play this game. You have the top lane, middle lane, bottom lane, the jungle. Now, that pretty much makes up the map, which is the battle arena. Now, what you do is you select your heroes or your champions, whatever the game you're playing wants to call them. Your character, basically. The character that you're going to be leveling up and trying to race down these lanes or invade the jungle and protect your minions while defeating the other team's minions. Now, MOBAs are 2 teams. Now, the whole object of the game is to literally defeat your opponent's structure. And League of Legends is like this big crystal, you know, so this crystal spawns minions just constantly as they run down the lane. You kill the minions and stuff, you get gold and everything like that. Study leveling up your character, becoming more bigger and more powerful. You know, you're getting money to buy bigger and better items and so on and so forth. And then your study advancing down. The characters you pick have a huge impact on your gameplay. You know, again, referencing League of Legends here because, like I said, they're kind of the foundation of MOBAs right now. You have the assassin characters that are going to pop out of nowhere, out of the jungle, or roam about from lane to lane. You have the support characters, those who either go ahead and build tanky to take on damage. So everyone will try and focus this tank character down, but you know he could just take all the damage or boost the team up, or support such as one of my favorite characters, Sona, who heals everybody. Then you have ADCs, which is kind of like the carry, the all-star character. You know, if I wanted to, these are like mentioned, like these are the superstars. You know, these are the guys who carrying the team. You know, then you have the mid character who kind of try to keep everything balanced and stuff, and you know, go ahead take on the other mid. And then you have the top, who also usually probably try to build tanky. I mean, there's no real format to it because you could choose what you want. You know.
Okay, so my issue will forever with League of Legends is that it chokes me to death. Is that it is the price of admission to the gig. If for a free game, you're going to pay, and if you're not paying cash, you're paying in time and effort and blood and sweat and tears and frustration and keyboards that you break over expensive monitors. Now we have this new thing coming out, this Heroes of the Storm. Is this the same type of experience where at the end of it, I'm going to need to like basically apologize to people for what I've done to the room?
Actually, in a way it is, in a way it isn't. Yes, people look at this game and think it's a MOBA, but remember, MOBA is 3 lanes and it's consecutive gameplay. This game, on the other hand, is pretty much doing its own thing. In fact, it's like you said, Heroes of the Storm is actually made by Blizzard, and they're actually labeling this not as a MOBA or as an RTS, real-time strategy game. They're calling it a hero brawler because of the fact that the gameplay changes depending on the map, and it's so objective based. For those who have a hard time, getting into MOBAs such as League of Legends, this I would suggest as being that entry point because you still have the elements of a MOBA, but it's more objective and it's not so demandingly to be consecutive. So let's say, for instance, I pick a character. I don't have to just go like, oh, I have to go to the bottom lane or to the top lane. If I go ahead and pick someone like Lily, which is a support, I could go anywhere I want to because I could go ahead and support top, mid, or bottom. In fact, some maps only have a top and bottom and then just jungle. They don't even have a mid lane. So objectives is a huge, huge, huge thing for Heroes of the Storm. And they really made a lot of different decisions. In fact, I will actually even go so much as to jump on a diving board here and say that Heroes of the Storm is basically Blizzard's version of Super Smash Bros. Because when Nintendo took all their franchises and put them together into a fighting game, Blizzard took all their franchises together and put it into a pretty much of a spin-off of a MOBA. So you have characters from World of Warcraft and the Warcraft series, StarCraft and the StarCraft series, and even Diablo and the Diablo series for those who play those games. Really, for me who like playing, Warcraft and StarCraft, I like it because here I can see my favorite characters who iconically I've seen in these games. Now I can take control of them, which normally I couldn't, and play in a whole different thing.
The price tag on this game, free to play, right?
Free to play.
Is it freemium, like free to play, but you're gonna feel it if you don't kick out the cash?
And again, you see this really being a real curse of the freemium, is that some freemium games should really edge you to like, hey, you gotta throw money into this game. This game, on the other hand, I've gotta commend is one of the few rare games that don't just force you to it. They do it by balancing it. And I gotta admit that Blizzard have looked at the freemium and totally perfected and nailed it. Both with this and another one of their games, which actually ties into this game, which is Hearthstone. For the PC, iPad, now Android as well, and even iPhone. So they took a card game that you could have really forced you to pay, but by them giving you so many bonuses, you're earning stuff so fast you don't feel the need to buy. Same thing with Heroes of the Storm. And they did it a real cool way, not only with the fact that when you level up, you're getting rewards. When you're leveling up your character, you're getting rewards. But every day, there's 3 different daily quests that are pretty much randomly generated, such as play 8 games, or play 2 games with support characters, or play 3 games with Warcraft characters that give you even more bonus money. And with this money, you see that if you just invest the time and actually play the game, you'll get money so fast, you'll be buying your own characters in no time. So they really did make a freemium that's more free, that you don't have to just actually downright pay and make it premium. So until you get to the skins.
Of course, there's always going to be the hook.
Yes.
In the end, this game, the reviews are all over the place. There's some that are, this is absolutely awesome, and some are, this is absolutely average. And where do you sit on that?
For me, I looked at the reviews and there's really like a mixed bag, but you gotta remember that Blizzard is trying to do something different here. And really, every time someone steps out and tries to do something different lately, they've been getting bashed. Destiny at the beginning, Not now, but at the beginning.
Even now.
Even now a little bit, but you know, they're getting the game together. Now you look at this, and once again, like I said, they're not looking at it as a MOBA. They're trying to classify it as a hero brawler. I'm looking at, like, right now as we speak, this game is kind of more of an entry level into MOBA, and it's really fun to play. But I don't really see me personally putting this like in more of a competitive, because more of the fact that it's hard to choose characters and predict what levels is kind of come up. Depending on the level, depending on the objectives, and now the whole game is kind of, you know, thrown up. So, like I said, it's really fun, really awesome, but I see where some people are talking about, like, where is the end game meta? I think if Blizzard continued to refine this, they've got something really magical in their hands. But as it stands right now, I really see this as one of the more fun, more easy to play, more, hey, I got friends who've never played MOBA before. I want to invite them to get into this world of gaming. I mean, they've been in a first-person shooter, they've been in racing, they've been in fighting. Let's get them into MOBA. I would suggest Heroes of the Storm, because it's real fun, it's easy to get into, easy to learn, you know, and it's just a downright blast.
I hear what you're saying, and actually, you make a very eloquent case for this game. If I didn't know that you could have horrible, literally horrible taste in games, I would almost try this game. I just refuse to believe you. Now, I assume that you all have your own minds and you don't know him as well as I do, and so I will say this: if we can get 25 likes, 25 people to concur with what you say, I will actually download this game and we can live stream me trying this game. I'm just saying.
And with that live stream, I should probably be there to actually
Be serving me grapes.
carry the team, because you would totally be feeding the team.
I don't even know what carry means, but I never want you to do it to me.
For those of you who know MOBAs, carry and feeding, he's the feeder.
You will not feed me.
You will not
feed me except grapes. Those are the only things
I will carry.
I feel dirty right now, and I don't know why. This isn't supposed to.
Peter,
I need to take a moment just for me.
you need an adult.
I need an adult. Let's go away for a minute and come back. I need reinforcements.
Let's get reinforcements in here.
We'll be right back.